left Center Park and we're into Smythe Park. And Smythe Lake is one of the newer neighborhoods in Daniel Island. It's towards the Charleston end of the island. All right, so over to our left is Smythe Lake. It's an 11-acre fishing and kayak lake. It was named after the Guggenheim's Charleston attorney, Henry Smythe. Houses to the right overlook the lake. There's houses that back up to the lake on two sides, and then you've got houses that overlook a green space and then out to the lake. And as you probably can see as we are going to pull through here is, this part of Daniel Island was once farmland. So the tree coverage, as we'll get back in here, and again, Smythe is, if you're looking at, online and you're looking at new construction on Daniel Island and it's not in Daniel Island Park, it's probably in Smythe Park. And Smythe is not as tree covered because these were fields that they planted crops in and used the river, which is right out in front of us, to bring in water to water the crops. As we get further back in here, you probably can maybe see through the trees. Way back over to the right, there's a span of the Ravenel Bridge to kind of give you perspective on where we are in relation to Charleston. So again, Smythe Lake, homes range back here from the high fives on up into $1.5 million to $2 million. There are some townhomes back here that John Whelan built, and you probably can see back over to our left, they're still in the process of building them. But if you wanted a townhome and didn't want to have yard maintenance, there's some back in Smythe that I'd recommend checking out. They're quite nice. And most of the houses we're riding through right now were either built by John Whelan or they were built by David Weekley. So these houses were built in mass over the last probably 2 or 3 years. I think the finish level for what John Whelan and David Weekley do is pretty good for the money. You're going to pay more money to be on Daniel Island. You can go buy the same exact house that John Whelan or David Weekley builds out here. You can buy it at Mount Pleasant and you can buy it for $100,000 less. When you're on Daniel Island, you're paying to be part of the lifestyle out here. We've driven all the way to the back of Smythe Lake, at least on the Wando Riverside, and you can see right this little thatched roof building is just a community area that you can look out onto the river. And again, Wando River out to our right. All the houses to our right have either private or shared deep water docks. And these homes through here were built, most every one of them were built by a custom builder that's in a guild of builders that builds on Daniel Island. So really upper end as far as finishes go, but you're paying in excess of probably $2 million to be on the water. And then one of the things that we've enjoyed over the years as my sons have grown is coming out here. This is you're part of the city of Charleston out here, so you can come out here and use these parks, and that's a very cool pirated themed play park. And it sits right on the banks of Smythe Lake. Kids will have birthdays out here. And you can see there's still a few houses left to be built. I believe we did a drone tour of one of these lots through here we're getting ready to come up to, but not a whole lot of land left to be built on Smythe Lake, and I think that's the lot right there. We're on Pierce Street, and it does have nice views of Smythe Lake.